Yeah, man. I feel like well, I feel like it's all been a blur at this point. I kind of been going just from event to event, from spot to spot. But it's been a lot of fun just being able to represent, obviously the Pacers in Indianapolis. It's a blessing and an honor, and just being here as long as I have to have All Star in our backyard is pretty dope. A good question, but I think offense sells tickets, so not necessarily. I definitely am someone that as a basketball purist, I love defense and I love what it brings to the game. From my perspective, but most of our fans are casual fans or people that just want entertainment and whatnot. So when it comes to NBA basketball, not necessarily, but when it comes to basketball in general, perhaps the best player in the league right now. You know, I'm obviously very biased. We have, one of our budding stars right here in our own backyard. So Tyreek's taking the world by storm. But, I've always been a LeBron guy. So until he retires, I probably pretty much think he's probably, one of the better ones in the league. If I can add one world to the NBA, is that 4 pointer for sure. I think a lot of people have been trying to do that, and just with everybody shooting with distance right now, it's pretty interesting. It's pretty cool to see what they bring to the table. So I think that would open the game up a little bit. One sporting event live. If I can go back in time. Probably last time the Cowboys won the Super Bowl, man. It was a couple years before I was born, and I need a little bit of that feel good. So yeah, probably that Super Bowl. Yeah. Just the environment. It's one thing to play, in Gainbridge here itself, but to be in a big football arena, it's a little bit different. It's a bigger stage and whatnot. Obviously a lot more eyes and a lot more people and attention. So just being on center stage, just soaking up and enjoying the moment. Oh, that's sick, man. For real, I really saw some of that stuff last year when they were, had some renderings about it. And they were ideas, but to actually see it come to fruition, be able to, put your own eyes on it, it's pretty dope. It's home cooking, man. It should be right here. We gonna make it. We gonna hold it down. How many 10-year-olds would it take to beat me in a game of pickup? Well, I just had a bunch of 10-year-olds at my camp, and I ran up that score, and there was 30 of them. So, it would probably take quite a few, and I'll probably 30 plus for sure. Absolutely. One guy named history that I could have played teammate Oscar Robinson for sure, bro. That's actually kind of yeah, yeah. No, I think it's dope, man. It's a big O because he's a original like triple double king. You feel me? Like he's someone that was able to really get everybody involved and had his own like style to the game. So it's cool. Yeah. Oh, no defensive three. Easy. I played some FIBA basketball, a couple years ago at the World Cup, and that made my job a lot easier. One as a shot blocker and as an anchor, and no defensive three would open up a lot of different things in the game and make the game a lot harder. For what we have here in the league. Best team I played against this season. Probably Boston. I mean, I feel like they have a lot of things clicking right now. They got a lot of things going, the right way, but it's all about who gets hot at the right time. Oh, I'm not answering that one. Good try though. Oh, he did the same that first half, especially. I watched that one and I think he held it down. It was cool. I think he was someone that, obviously, has some hoop in his background, and it's funny when football players, try to come over and enter this world because they think it's just bully ball and do what I want, but there's a lot of skill, a lot of finesse that comes to the game too. So for football players to be able to come over and have a little, mix of both, it's interesting to see at times. Not necessarily, bro. I think we just, we all three of us knew we wanted to do it. But we've all been ripping and running this year. I mean, this weekend as a whole. But we get some practice time maybe a little bit later today, and kind of just figure it out from there as we go. Well, I think for Tyrese, it's so impressive because everything happens so fast. You know what I mean? I think he's someone that got a lot of his success, as soon as he got here. And for some people, they're not really able to handle that. Things that come with it. But I think he's a Midwest kid, and I think people naturally, gravitate towards him just because his intangibles are there, man. He just someone got a great smile, gets a lot of people involved. Is very easygoing. So I think he's embraced it really well. I think the city's embraced him, and the fans have made it a lot easier on him. Time and time again, I think he steps up when his name is called. I think that, in pressure situations, he's someone who's, cool and poised and someone that we can depend on, at times like that. So, Tyrese is making a name for himself in his own, in his own way. And, a lot of people want to come here and play with him because of so. 65 games. I think for me personally, as being here as long as I have, I feel like everybody should go through what I had to go through. So 82 games is definitely one thing, but having a shortened season and whatnot, it just kind of depends on what you do with the playoffs. Do you change the playoff format? Do you mix that up a little bit more? I mean, I personally just enjoy just the tenor of the schedule. The worst dressed player in the NBA? That's a great question. I really don't pay attention as much as I should. I'll probably give it to one of our teammates, and his name is. Dang, I gotta put him on the spot, huh? That's crazy. Yeah, man, the worst dressed player in the league. His name is Kendall Brown. He gonna get some love. He gonna see this. My favorite city, you say? Oh, favorite saying? My favorite saying. I mean, my family mantra is everything happens for a reason, but I feel like a lot of people hear that one. So, I mean, if I had to go off the grid, I would just say, I don't know, man, stay the course. And I feel like I've had to do that my entire career. I put a lot of that, put a lot of my time into, my craft and whatnot. And no matter what happens, staying the course has got me where I need it to be. All right. Bye. No, we gonna no. Todd's gonna hold it down, bro. I think he's someone that in that competition, he almost had it last year, but I think he knows he's been there before. Now he knows what to do. So I fully expect him to win that. Controversial question. I mean, of course, I believe in his abilities, but that light skinned dude in Golden State would say otherwise. So it's a little different. On that list, I'm definitely top 10, personally. I feel like I'm definitely someone – I started shooting threes a little bit later, like as I came into my career, but I've always been able to shoot the ball, and I'm very confident in my ability to shoot the ball as well. So, yeah.
What's your latest Lego project?
Latest Lego project I've done, I just finished the Hogwarts Castle. My girl got me into Harry Potter. I never really watched it before, so I watched all those, and now I'm starting to build all those sets. You said what? What house? Oh no! I'm straight up. I have to stay with the red and gold ones, Gryffindor, right? Yeah, I gotta stay with the good guys. That's cool. That's me. Yeah. Well, I'm one of those guys who kind of got to cheat a little bit because I was able to work out with him, the year before he got to the league and just see, some of the things he brought to the table. So, Wimby's someone who obviously, with his stature, 7'5", just and this is a guard skill set, someone who can transcend the game, if he so chooses to. I think that he's got a lot of skill. Obviously, has a lot to learn, being very young, what he's doing, but he's figured out a lot very fast. So if I'm picking Team USA, what was the second part of that? Bro, I'm not gonna lie. I'm not about to go through this whole list of people. They already put it out there, so that's the list right there. Yeah. Honestly, just the individuality and the creativity put into it. I feel like a lot of people are trying to do the same things, and he put his own twang into it, made his own goal, and I think he did a good job, bro. That was a fun little competition in area. And I think he did his thing. Yeah. Well, that's what matters the most, in my opinion. I think me personally, ever since my rookie year here in Indianapolis, I've had my warm foundation. I've wanted to get activated in the community, as best as I could. And, with all this visibility right now at this time, I think, the league does a great job of trying to, revamp certain projects in the area. Like we went to the Christamore House the other day. That's something that's very, it's been there since 1905, and they got its whole new STEM lab and a whole new gym, court for the kids and whatnot. So just little stuff like that, and the visibility that the league gets, just for their great efforts is cool. The Simon family obviously has a lot to do with everything we do here in Indianapolis, and their, commitments have been amazing as well. So, I just enjoy the opportunity just to have the platform that I have and continue to, give it out. so much pride, man. I think that people are starting to see why we're one of the better host cities. I think people come here for other events, but to have NBA All-Star right here in a state that's so deserving, it's a state that really just, was born and bred out of basketball. It's cool to see our fans come through. I was at the NBA Con appearances yesterday and the crossover. And, just having the kids just run around and whatnot, be able to immerse themselves in that experience is fun, man, just seeing their faces. So, I take a great deal of pride in just coming and welcome people to our city.
Are you able to get away for a couple days at all or recharge? Or what recharging what will that look like then?
For me personally, man, I'll probably get a day to myself. I'm not sure when that's going to be, but I'll get a day before we get right back to it and just get off my feet a little bit and just kind of just gear up for the second half of the season, man. I think I personally couldn't miss an opportunity like this, just having Indianapolis, host All-Star Weekend. And like you said, being here as long as I have and, not, putting a smile on my face and putting on for, for our city.
What was your first impression of Tyrese when you got traded in? Did you see like this coming, this leap that he's taken from, All-Star to possibly All-NBA to possibly top team?
Yeah, I don't think anybody really saw it coming as fast as it did. Obviously, I was familiar with him, but I was familiar with him just because everybody else was familiar with him because of the shot. You know what I mean? Like I had, seen the shot pre-draft and all that type of stuff, and he was hitting. So he was someone that he was unique and someone I had heard of, obviously. But when he came here. And I was done for the season at the time. A lot of the vets weren't playing. It was a lot of our G leaguers and guys trying to fight for minutes. And our third and fourth string center was getting 20 and 10 numbers. A lot of people were playing really well off of him. So to see what he was able to do just with that unit, how he's such a great connector, I was like, okay, the future is looking bright. One word to describe Indiana basketball culture. Say riveting. I really do. Where like when you come to Gamebridge and you actually come to a game and you actually experience what it means like to be in those fourth quarters and everybody's on their feet and just ready for that one moment. Like it's just a riveting feeling. So yeah. Great question. I like that. I'd probably say "Call Me If You Get Lost" by Tyler, the Creator. I think that was a story and a journey, if anything, of just kind of like what he's been through and where he's at, like now, kind of on the top of things. So I think that's be a perfect transition for me. If I could have any actor play me in a movie, well, damn, I need somebody tall for sure. Probably like Michael B. Jordan, man. I think he'd be able to do a really good, rendition of what it means to be Myles Turner. Yeah. Dream three-point contest. All right. You got to throw Reggie in there. I'll probably throw Dirk in there for sure. I'd probably throw J.J. Redick in there. Let's see here. Steph, obviously. Put Larry Bird in there. Ray Allen. And how many people compete in the three-point contest? Yeah, we'll do those 6. That's cool. Dunk contest. Vince Carter, off rip. That's obviously the one I grew up watching. I'll probably throw Sean Kemp in there. We can definitely go DeMar DeRozan. You got to throw Zach LaVine back in there. And Aaron Gordon, man. That was a heck of a competition. It's 5. We need one more. We never seen LeBron do it, bro. So I feel like you got to throw LeBron in there, too. Yeah.
What was it like seeing what Ben did last night?
I think it was very just on brand, if you will. And, I talked to him beforehand, and I think he was really locked in for the moment. And I was happy for him that he got that moment here in the city, you know what I mean? So that exposure for him was great, and I was excited that he was able to bring that home.
All right, thanks, everyone.
All right, appreciate y'all.